Hello everyone. So in the last video we have seen what are the major problems in existing artificial neural network. They are really heavy. There is no policy of sharing their weights and there is nothing which will make the connections sparse so that their weight will reduce down. So we have seen for a very simple task we require many thousands of the parameter. So in this video we'll see how we can share the weights and we'll see first major pillar, that is convolution operation in convolution neural network. So let's go into the details. So what convolution is? Convolution is simple pointwise multiplication of two functions. This is a very wide example of convolution operation. Now what is the primary purpose of this convolution operation is the extracting features. So this convolution operation perform on input matrix based on some kernel, and the task is to find out the features from there, extract some specific property from there, extract some specific pattern from there. That is the major task of the convolution operation. Once we'll able to perform the convolution operation, then the output what produced by convolution, that is known as convolved feature, or you can say it's a activation map, or sometimes it is also known as the feature map. So you can say once we have convolved feature or activation map or feature map, they all referring to the same thing. So now let's understand how exactly convolution operation performed. So let's look into this input matrix. So you can say this is your input matrix, this is your filter as it is given here, and here we will have the output matrix. Now the question is how this particular value is coming. So what we are doing, we are taking this filter and putting it here on the top of input matrix, because this is 3 by 3, so it is partially cover this input matrix. Now once it is covered, we will multiply 3 into 1 plus 1 into 1 plus 2 into 1 plus 0 into 0 plus 5 into 0 plus 7 into 0 plus 1 into minus 1 plus 8 into minus 1 plus 2 into minus 1. Now whatever the value is coming, that will go to the output matrix. So simply you can say we are doing pointwise multiplication all the points, and then we are performing addition all of them. So we add all of them, whatever value is coming, that is the feature that is coming this output. Now what next we'll do, we will shift our filter one step forward. Then again we will do the same operation, 1 into 0, then 5 into 1, then 7 into 1, and so on, and then add all these multiplication, you will get the second output. Similarly we will move forward for the third output, fourth output. Once it's reach here, what next, we will shift from the top. Now we will perform our convolution operation on this matrix, then it will move to till here, then next we will perform on this matrix. So first it will go horizontal, once it's reached at the end, then it will go one step vertical, and then again it start looking towards the horizontal. So once in that way your entire convolution operation is done with the same filter, then we will have the output here. So the output matrix will generate in this form, or you can say the size of matrix will be this n minus f plus 1 into n minus f plus 1. So what is n here? N is the size of input matrix, that is n cross n. F is the size of filter, so here it is 3 by 3, n is 6 by 6. So based on that you will get a output n minus 3 by, so you can say 6 minus 3 plus 1. So you'll get 4 cross 4 matrix as a output, and this output is the feature map of this convolution operation on the top of this input feature, or you can say input matrix. This is the convolution operation. Now we understand how convolution is working. Now what spatial here. Spatial thing, let's look into the next one. So how we will do, this is like overall example. So this yellow one is your kernel that is moving on the top of green input and producing this output. Getting? So now let's understand one more important thing, how exactly we are setting the weight. So to understand, let's take one example of vertical edge detection, because edge detection is very primary task for the any operation on the images. So you can say edge is very important feature that we want to detect. So now in case of convolution operation, we have taken this filter, that is the edge detector, or you can say vertical edge detector. So from this input we can see here we have one edge that is resides here. Now this filter, your edge detector, will perform convolution on the top of it, and it is giving this result. So from the image, or you can say from the vision perspective, you can say we have edge here. Once you perform the convolution operation, you found edge is detected in this output matrix. Definitely, because this matrix is very small, this is also very small, so this edge is really narrow. Once we have a bigger image, so actual image is not 6 by 6, it will be 1000 cross something 1000, then this value will be very narrow, or you can say a very sharp edge will be detected. So now you can say, okay, that we can do with the ANN as well. So once we'll do with the ANN, what things is required? So in this case, we required only one kernel, and this kernel has only 9 weights to find all the edges in this input. Now, if we want to perform only edge detection, which is very primary feature or very elementary feature of any image related operation, then how many nodes we required as input? So we required 6 cross 6 node as an input in the ANN. Then we want output, that is 4 cross 4. So minimum you required at least 36 node in the input, and if you are not taking any input output hidden layer, then you require minimum 16 output node. Then they are fully connected to each other. Now once they are fully connected, so you can say how many weights will require to do this. So you can say minimum you require 576 weight. But the same task with the help of this convolution operation we are doing with only 9 weights. In that way, what we have done, we are sharing these weight across the entire input. So that proves that we are using the weight sharing concept here. And that is the beauty behind the convolution operation, or you can say convolution neural network. So there are many other weights, that horizontal filter, Sobol filter, SOR filter, and many other filters available in the image processing. The question comes, from where we'll get these weights value? Is these are pre-decided? No, these are not pre-decided. We start with the random weights. As we have seen in the ANN, using the back propagation, while we are updating our weights, so you can say weight update using the back propagation, right? So we are performing the weight updates using back propagation. So what we are doing in the back propagation, you have a network like this, then at the end what you are doing, so you are taking input here, then based on that input this network will give some output. Now you have the original output, or you can say ground truth, we are comparing. So this output is, so you can say this is your y dash, y is the original output. Based on this y and y dash we are computing the error. Now based on this error we are back propagate with the help of gradient, and we are updating these weights. So we are using simple formula, as you remember, wi equal to wi minus alpha of del of L del of Wi. So with this formulation we are finding the correct weights. So means the same learning concept that we are utilizing in the ANN network, the same learning concept will be utilized here to find out the correct filter weight value. So it means you do not need to decide the correct filter value. It will automatically decide it while you are training the entire network, so that you will get the best value of W and you will get the minimum error. Minimum error means you will get the correct output or closest output. So that is the beauty behind the convolution neural network. And this is the basic building block of convolution neural network, that is the convolution operation. So I hope you understand the convolution operation. So in the next video we will talk about the next building block. Thank you.